Hello.
Yeah, baby.
Fun,
Fun,
family,
fun
financial,
viernes.
fantastic.
Let's do it in Spanish. Fun
Funky.
viernes. Fun viernes.
Fun.
Fun.
Fantástico. El viernes fantástico. Ay, bueno, pero no en español sería viernes
De fantasía.
vivaz.
Viernes de fantasía.
Viernes
De amor.
vivir.
De amor, paz y tranquilidad. Aquí
Amén.
estamos para meternos. A ver, ¿sabes qué?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué vas a hacer?
Entren al elevador
Mágico.
mágico. Enter into the magical elevator.
Elevator. Yes. We are
going on
jumping in from
for a
all
ride.
parts of the world into our magical elevator at 11:11 LA time.
That's right.
Conversations with Jen and Mao. Today is Fun Friday, Fantastic Friday, Funky Friday.
Funky
Financial
Friday.
You know,
Let's get funky.
let's do it.
Let's get funky. Calling all our angels to jump into the elevator from France, from Londonshire, from Mexico,
Let's see.
from España.
Yes.
I think they're still sleeping. I think people are still sleeping.
Hoy están durmiendo.
Vamos a
Okay,
ver,
let's
vamos a ver.
get started.
¡Levántense!
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
¡Levántense! Wake up, wake up.
All right.
Let's see. Conversations.
Hermano Valdía.
Desde
feliz
Sacramento,
viernes, desde
cerca de
Sacramento.
Davis, California,
Me
where I was
encanta.
born.
Bernán, un abrazo para ti.
Bernán. Bernán. Isn't that crazy? Bernán, Davis, California, 20 minutes from Sacramento. And Sacramento always felt like also home to me because we were in Sacramento. An old Sacramento, which I took you to Old Sacramento.
Yes, we went last summer.
Last summer we were in Old
really
Sacramento.
Beautiful road trip and memory lane, your childhood, your high school.
My dad used to own a restaurant in Old Sacramento called Saddleback. And it ran, Saddleback was there, I think, for 6 years in Old Sacramento until my dad decided he was done with it. No más.
Let's see. Anybody else?
So it was so much fun to go there. Sacramento. I don't know if a lot of you have been to Old Sacramento, but it's really beautiful.
It's
a small
really
little part
beautiful
of
town.
And the train and everything about it. It's
very quaint.
I remember all my junior high, my proms, my big parties. I would always go to Sacramento. Old Sacramento. Have dinner. And then drive back to Davis.
Isn't that amazing, right? Like
drive back to Davis.
You think of a place and then all the memories start flooding in.
Sacramento.
That is the power of our thoughts.
That
is the power of our mind, of our memories. That's why this beautiful brain of ours is the most precious organ we have. So we need to take care of it and we need to feed it the best.
Absolutely.
The best thoughts and the best stuff always.
Yeah, okay? Sacramento and Davis are really great places to raise families.
Right.
Mira, Valdía dice, not familiar. No, it was.
Come visit.
It was about 30 years ago.
All right, I need you to take a deep breath. Come to us right now.
I got excited. See what you've done to me, Bernán.
I know.
Bernán, did you see what you did to me? You got me excited with my childhood again.
Hermosa mami, linda, dice, hermosa pareja, muchas bendiciones.
Mami
Te quiero mucho, madre, abuelita, tía, bendición a todas. Okay, vamos.
Okay, let's honor our friend Yogesh.
Okay, that's fine. Right. I see Joaquin Garay and Tina Napier.
Joaquin Garay.
Good morning.
Vamos a ver, en el lado, this is your side. Vamos a ver.
Yes.
Okay, vamos a ver. Okay, ahí estamos. ¿Qué está diciendo en el lado mío? A ver. ¡Ah! Tu madre está en mi página. La mami Ricky me quiere más a mí. Ok, aquí vamos.
Vamos, pues.
1,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 y 11. Divine
guidance. Divine
Divine guidance.
Ok, ahora mi turno. Eso es una guía divina. Mira cómo se ríe, carcajeando. La oigo, ya te oigo, Aura.
Don't worry, be happy. Como dice my mommy Ruki.
1, 2,
Don't worry, be happy.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 y 11.
¿Qué salió? Focus.
Yes.
Focus.
Divine guidance and focus. He hecho eso mucho esta mañana, enfocarnos en traer clientes nuevos y enfocarnos en paz interna, enfocarnos en lo que queremos, no enfocarnos en lo que no queremos.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I will translate
No
into English.
Oh, yes.
Focusing on what we had to do this morning, which is our meetings with our new students.
Focusing on what we want.
And on what we want. Also, I had to call unemployment this morning to make sure that everything is in order. And what's the squeeze for?
I am squeezing you so you could focus on here today.
I'm just translating what you said.
I never said anything about unemployment in Spanish.
But we were saying what we were focusing on. And I'm sharing that the first thing I had to do this morning was call unemployment to make sure everything is standing still.
Got it. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. Think about what you want, not what you don't want.
Look for your camera.
Think about what you want, not what you don't want. Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences. Sometimes it seems that our thoughts choose us, but this is never the case. We always choose our thoughts every moment. Our thoughts always have an effect, and there are no neutral thoughts. 1/2 second before you hold a thought, you decide to hold it. So, with practice, you can learn to monitor and alter your thoughts. This is the equivalent of putting your hands on the steering wheel of your life. You may believe your concentration abilities are impaired, yet the infallible mind of God is within your own mind. You can experience remarkable feats of concentration by affirming, I am now able to focus my mind at will. Permiso. I hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as my gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love.
Ok, entonces, voy a decírtelo, lo que dice esto, en unos minutos de palabras que sean menos que esto, porque se puede decir. Te lo voy a decir ahorita. Yo le dije a ella, lo voy a tratar. Lo que está diciendo es, uno tiene que enfocarse en las cosas que uno quiere y las cosas los goles que tú tienes. Tienes que enfocarte en las metas y el amor y hablarle a esta mente y decirle, cuando te ataca con esas cosas que no quieres, dile, por favor, quítate de ahí.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Adiós. Y como mami Rookie dice, don't worry.
Be happy.
¿Qué tal?
Relax. Don't do it.
Our mother-in-law, ahora,
relax.
she does all these things.
She dances.
So
vamos, today's Fun Friday. Hoy es viernes divertido. Vamos a bailar como mi mami.
This is how Jen's mom
1,
dances.
2 y 3.
Relax. Don't do it. Da 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 da. Relax. Don't do it. Da 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 da.
Ese eres tu mami. I love you.
So, you know,
that's my mom.
It truly is the truth that we must focus on what we want and don't focus on what you don't want.
Correcto, mundo. So our next.
Look at us dancing over here.
And then we have
people either tune in and they go, "What are these crazy people doing?
Divine guidance.
And what party are they in?"
We're
and then
in
they're
our
asking.
party, baby.
Then they'll ask,
"Let's go.
What are they taking?"
Let's focus on.
We are focusing on happiness, on high vibration. That is, we're not drinking alcohol. We're not doing marijuana. We're focusing It's called
divine deliciousness
deliciousness
from
thoughts.
God and the universe and each other. All right, here we go. Guidance. Guardian angel. Divine guidance. Holy moroli.
Yeah, divine.
D,
So
D,
that's
D.
D.
It's a D. D, D, D. Divine guidance. You read it.
All right, I read it. Okay. Woo! Okay, aquí vamos. Let me find the right light.
Turn on this
light. There we
light.
go, the right light. There we go. Trust and follow your intuition.
Right.
It is God and the angels speaking to you. You are being divinely guided right now. The gut feelings you have, the knowingness, the vision of the inner voices are all trying to tell you something. And it is very important that you trust and follow their guidance. Very clear. You got to trust. You got to have faith.
Confiar y fe. Tener fe y confiar.
If you drew more than one card, pay close attention to the cards that are either on either side of the divine guidance card. They contain important instructions for you. These nearby cards feature facets of the message that angels seek to impress upon you. Now,
so that was focus.
Focus.
It was focus right next to divine guidance. So we need to focus on what we want to accomplish in our lives. It doesn't matter if you are, it just doesn't matter what's happening. You got to still focus and believe with all your might and all your heart that what your dream is, it is already done, and be grateful for it and say, I am grateful for now that I am a millionaire, now that I am feeling happy and at peace with myself.
And also, like I said yesterday,
whatever it is that you want. Yes.
I just said yesterday, even if you're worried or you're stressed at that moment,
give yourself a hug.
Is it really helping you? Is this quarantine? Is it being afraid of what's happening and the worry of what's happening with the COVID? Is it helping your day?
No, it's not. So don't focus on that. So divine guidance says, focus. El guía divino nos dice que nos enfoquemos en lo que queremos, nos enfoquemos en las palabras que decimos, en los pensamientos que pensamos y en nuestras acciones.
Muy bien.
Right? So, good morning, Abby Lot and Mario Juarez in the house. I try to check.
You have appreciation for the benefit before it happens.
Yes, have appreciation for the benefit before it happens. Absolutely.
Let's see.
Entonces es apreciar el beneficio antes de que llegue el beneficio. Estar en gratitud por el beneficio antes que llegue el beneficio. Eso es lo que nos está diciendo nuestra hermana bella, Allison Lott.
Berman says, come visit us, bring the family.
Yes.
Not familiar with Saddleback. Yeah, Saddleback was back in the early 80s. That's how long.
Then he says, happy to bring back the memories. And the Gomez twins.
And the Gomez twins are here. And Ana Maria.
Somara. Buenos días. Pamela and Raúl are here. Buenos días.
Okay, I guess the elevator is going to start.
Oh, spiritually, they're already there.
That's right.
That's right. It's a magical elevator. You're already there. It takes us up to the 11th floor, the most amazing place on Earth, in the universe, I should say. All righty. So, determination. Today is Fun Friday, and it is Fantastic Friday, and
with a little dash of
and Focus Friday. Ooh, I like that. That's a new one.
Focus Friday.
Today is Focus Friday. Focus Friday. Okay, do something. Okay, we just got a message from India. There's a student, any day that is convenient for you. Got it. Because apparently it's very late in India, right? So there's a student that wants to study acting with us from India, and we've been trying to coordinate the times, and so it just came in right now that anytime between she said like 12 or something.
Focus.
I'm focusing. I'm focusing. Okay. Enfóquense. Okay. Vamos a ver. Do something, start something. As you make consistent efforts, you will begin to see your goals come into focus. Holy moly. Okay, I just opened this up. I love it when this happens. Me encanta cuando pasa esto. O sea, ya me vieron. I opened, abrí el libro donde tenía que abrirlo sin... Wow. Wow. Estoy así como que wow.
You know what's funny is that...
Porque look what it says.
Wait. It's funny that we're teaching acting, right? And yesterday we had all our students, and her little cousin, 14-year-old Ashley, is Venezuelan, and she is in Venezuela. All of a sudden, she's gotten more Venezuelan. All of a sudden, her accent, o sea.
Oh, mía, that's so
I've never
funny.
heard you say o sea, but I know Ashley was saying o sea.
Ya se me está pegando el o sea de Ashley.
El o sea.
Ay, qué belleza.
A ver.
Okay, listen.
Okay, listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Focus. So today is Focus Friday.
But it's Fun Friday also.
And it's Fun Friday, and you will begin to see your goals come into focus. Okay? You will discover your mission, the one only you can fulfill. Do not go around lamenting to others how hard it is for you to live in this world. To do so is an act utterly unbecoming to a worthy man. So, hagan algo, empiecen algo y háganlo consistentemente. Y van a ver que sus metas se van a realizar porque se están enfocando en sus metas y no en los problemas. ¿Ok? Van a descubrir su misión, la misión que solamente ustedes, cada uno de ustedes puede realizar. We all have a personal mission, you know. We all have a personal mission.
And if you don't know what they are, sit down for 30 minutes. Actually, it'll take 15 minutes. And really look at what it is that you want.
And just write.
Write it down.
Journal it out.
Write it down. If you're not clear, I'm just saying, if you're not clear, sometimes it just helps to just sit down and go, okay, what are the 10 things that I want?
Exactly.
You know?
And be very, very specific. I was listening to Bob Proctor today, and it's about changing the paradigm. We have paradigms that we are living in, and we think that is us, but it's not. It's just old paradigms. It's limiting paradigms. So breaking through and creating a new paradigm is possible, and it's all through your thought process and through your focus on what you want versus on what you have been, what you have, experienced in your life. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter what you've already done. Forgive yourself. Oh, that could be also Forgiveness Friday.
Mm-hmm. Forgiveness Friday.
Forgiveness Friday. So,
why don't we take the 16-second and
vamos a hacer.
Excuse me.
Salud.
Actually, I just want you to know I sneezed because the garage door is open and our yard is here, and I do have allergies. So, but I think we should do the 16-second thing, but take a deep breath and do 16s of forgiveness.
Okay, vamos a hacer la visualización de 16 segundos, pero hoy nos vamos a enfocar en lo que es
el perdón, perdonarte.
Perdonarse uno mismo por algo o perdonar a otra persona por algo. Okay? ¿Listo? Ready? Let's do it. Either forgive yourself for something or you forgive someone for
in forgiveness, guys, it's a powerful thing. Ready?
Ready, and
Mm.
Okay.
Your
Come
clock,
back.
your second clock must be very slow. And Jennifer's 1. Seconds are 1, 2, 3.
No, that's
A little.
That's your second. Okay, next time do the timer. I forgive you.
I forgive
I
you.
forgive you.
I forgive you for judging.
I forgive you for judging. Te perdono.
How you doing?
Okay,
How
how
did
is
it go
that?
for you?
¿Cómo estuvo eso? Yo me siento súper relax y bien liviana. I feel very relaxed and very light. How about you guys?
Let's see.
Definitely.
All
Hello, right. Ricardo Crozier in Instagram.
Where's Ricardo from?
I think here in LA. I've known him for a while, either LA or Miami. Wow, yo me relajé con eso. ¿Cómo se relajaron? ¿Cómo se sienten? ¿Cómo se sienten? Me encanta eso lo que acabamos de hacer. Very good suggestion, buena sugerencia, mi amor.
Muchas gracias, mi amor. Es un placer poder servir.
No, yo feliz.
Michael De Lorenzo!
Hello,
in the house.
Mr. Michael De Lorenzo.
Mr. Dilo!
Okay.
Let's see. Buen dia. Okay, we're good here. No comments on this side. Okay. All right. I think we're going to have a quiet party.
Hey, listen. This is not a quiet party. This is a perfection party. Introspective. We are, healing. We are forgiving. We are focusing on our innermost wishes, and it's okay. Siento paz interna y una tranquilidad muy relajante. Exactamente, ¿verdad, mami? Sí, así yo también me sentí. Eso es lo que hay que hacer. 16 segundos todos los días, o puede ser varias veces al día. Sí. En el momento que lo necesiten, háganlo. The minute that you feel, out of sorts, go to your 16-second visualization of what you want, of loving yourself, of forgiving someone, whatever it is. This is a really, really powerful tool, and I'm so happy that we got it here. Change your conversations, change your life. All righty? All right, here we go. Welcome, Nicole. We read How Life Works yesterday, so language is the key. Language is the key. Thoughts and beliefs are the fundamental elements for each of us to transform our lives, and they are rooted in language. Language is the key element in your life. Without language, you would have a difficult time communicating or thinking. Communication and language are your tools in being a creative force in your life. These tools are vital for our successes and need to be used with an attentive mind. There are two types of conversations. Conversations that you have with yourself, thinking, and conversations you have with others. That's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Y dice, el lenguaje es llave para la vida. Es todo el secreto de la vida.
¿Los pensamientos?
Sí, los elementos fundamentales, los elementos fundamentales en la vida es lo que pensamos y lo que creemos. Y ahí es el lenguaje, ¿no? Donde hablamos lo que creemos y lo que pensamos. Y hay dos tipos de conversación. Una conversación, el primer tipo es la conversación que uno tiene con uno mismo y la conversación que uno tiene con el resto del mundo. Cada persona diferente. And so, of course, we use language as the main component in our communications. You also use nonverbal communication. Take a deeper look at language. It gives you a tool that allows, I was going to say that always, that allows you to communicate your dreams, feelings, and ideas. It works wonderfully well in these areas. On the other hand, language also limits everything through its use. Language sets boundaries in a limitless universe. These limits and boundaries may not be clear to you. Take a look at the following example. So, el lenguaje es una herramienta preciosa, una herramienta tan poderosa porque te da esa libertad y esa herramienta de comunicar con el mundo lo que quieres, tus sueños, tus emociones y tus ideas, ¿no? Pero a la misma vez, esa herramienta puede darte todos tus obstáculos y todas tus...
¿Dijiste obstáculos?
Obstáculos y barriers. Obstáculos. Ajá. Y todas esas paredes y esos tranques lo trancan a uno en las palabras que uno dice, en el lenguaje. Entonces, uno pone esos boundaries, ¿no? Esos bloques en un universo que no tiene límite. So we really block ourselves in a limitless universe through our language, and we don't even know it. You know, these limits and boundaries may not be clear to you. Take a look at the following example. To set a goal of living in a 20-room mansion is a limitation. Why not a 30-room mansion? While a 20-room mansion may be quite large, it is still limited to being only 20 rooms. While the universe is unlimited, you live in a world limited by language. We need to put limitations on our experiences to define them. This is not necessarily bad. It depends on how we do it. We live in a world where our limitations can be huge. Using language. We use language to create boundaries, borders, and walls. Any boundary is a limitation, no matter how large. As an example, let's say your salary is currently $3,000 a month, and you set a goal for $25,000 a month. This is clearly defined goal and immensely bigger than your current salary. The goal of the larger salary, while tremendous, still has a limit or boundary attached to it. This goal creates a border or wall that is quite comfortable compared to your current salary. However, it is still a boundary and limitation. In essence, all language creates a box defined by boundaries, borders, and walls. The box, as it will be referred to throughout this book, is created by the words you use in your thinking and spoken language. So basically, aquí lo que nos dice que hay muchos ejemplos, right? All the examples. Si uno hace $3,000 al mes, pero quiere hacer $25,000 al mes, hay una gran diferencia, pero de todas maneras, los $3,000 tienen un límite y $25,000 tiene otro límite. Entonces, todo lo que decimos en la vida, siempre hay un límite. Entonces, hay que, por lo menos, hacer un límite más grande, y porque todo cabe en una caja, y aquí estamos armando cajas más grandes en nuestras vidas. Ese es el goal.
You just made me think of a story that I read on one of these books about, you know, the power of language and how you as an adult with your language and raising your children, you can teach them fear without knowing that you're teaching them fear. Example, when your kid is getting on a tree, right? They don't know. They're not fearing. They don't know the consequences. So as soon as they get on their tree, this is an example that they put on this book. You tell the kid, be careful because you might fall. So they pick up, be careful, you might fall as the limiting belief. So it starts creating
that fear
through their lives, fear. And it was, I found it actually that example really interesting because sometimes we have languages and beliefs that, you know, that we all have, that we all pick up on, and we don't even know where those came from. But definitely I thought, for me, I don't know.
Generations and generations.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting example, because I know that if Juliana was getting on a tree, or Adrian, I would say, careful, right?
I always say that as a mom, I feel like, oh, I've done my job.
Yeah,
so if they fall, I did my job. Entonces, that's
what?
Exactly.
What if we let them climb that tree?
Exactly.
And find their way in that tree?
And
what if our fear, we don't put it upon them?
Exactly.
What if they don't fall?
Exactly.
Right? So I found that example really great, because I'm like, wow, that's really interesting, because the other day when she was getting out the pool, I go, be careful. Like, no, let her climb out.
Right.
And if she falls, then she'll find out on her own. But don't instill that fear that automatically, because you think she's going to fall.
Right. But you can see it another way, right? Everything's perspective. For me, it's like giving them the tools to be aware and prepared. When you're climbing down that tree, or you're getting out of the pool, be aware of what you're doing so you don't fall.
Well,
because when people fall is because they're not being aware, and they're being careless. So making them aware is just making them aware to always be to be aware of your surroundings. So that's where I come from as a mom.
Right.
And I feel that as a mom,
or when Adrian jumped off that cliff, right?
Right. Mom guilt is like, I gotta at least wake them up at that moment and make them aware. Okay, be aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, then I feel like I'm being neglectful mom. But that's my own.
I know
that's my own story about what a mom should be.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. I found that example.
No, it is. It's a great example. It's a great example. The thing is, when they fall, when they're little, and that I always did, we celebrate it. Right. And said, like, oh my God, because the kid always looks at the parents to see, should I cry
or should
I not? So if you don't cry, I always say, oh, you're a superhero. All right, you got it. It's like, yay, get up. You did it. You're a stunt man. You're going to be a stunt woman. That's how I always respond to the falling,
Yeah.
Of course, not when he jumped last summer. But that's another
But again,
story.
see, this is the thing I value about our son, Adrian. He has things that he's not fearful about. And he picked that from his dad, right?
Right.
And Adrian falls a lot. I mean, he just fell off.
Look, I fell. Mira, Glenn.
But that was unintentional. He got on a bike. What was it? 3 weeks ago?
No, it was a skateboard.
A skateboard, and he.
And and it's okay. You gotta take risks in life, right? And be willing to fall.
To also see the consequences, right? He cut himself up, but he saw it as no big deal.
Exactly.
He's like, put stuff on it and done. So there's something to also commend him for being fearless. Also, But again, we go to the parents. Are you wearing your helmet?
Are you wearing a helmet? Are you wearing knee pads? All right. So that's it. It's watch your language and create the world you want through your language.
Why don't we do some 177?
Yes.
Let me see.
Oh, let's see.
This
you
is
both
not,
are right.
You are both okay.
Yes,
I think.
baby.
And the Gomez, get with the program now. For me, both perspectives are perfect.
You are both right. There you go.
Yay! Woo! We're both right.
Oh, did I? What was it? Did I share why I read it? I can't remember where I read it, but I was explaining it to you the other day about why human beings want to be right all the time. And there's that, it doesn't matter. We want to be right. And it's because as kids, we have been conditioned to get the right answer at school. And we get celebrated in school and we get good grades if we get the answer right. And if we study and we get the answer right, then we pass to the next level in life, which is, first, second, third, fourth grade. And so we've been conditioned as human beings to get it right, So when we are in a relationship or in a friendship, we always want to be right, because subconsciously we've been conditioned to be right, and that's where you win. That's where you get the awards. That's where you get the merit, and that's where you get the recognition. And it's such a double-edged sword, because at the end of the day, relationships, marriages end because the people prefer being right than being happy, or prefer being right than being wrong, obviously. And they stick to their guns because of the pride and of knowing that they're right and it's their point of view. So we defend it to the end.
Plus, if you also look at it this way, is that sometimes we have to lose to win, right?
Right. So
sometimes you only learn a lesson in the bad. Unfortunately, we don't.
Well, but that's where we learn and grow, right? So what that book was saying is, like, you're not right or wrong. There's not winning or losing. You don't lose. You grow and you learn. That instead of seeing losing as losing, no, a failure or a loss is an opportunity to grow and to learn, because that's where we learn it, right?
I like that.
And so I really, it really resonated with me. It really gave me more peace. Like, oh, I don't have to be right all the time. What do I make it mean if I'm not right? That I'm a loser. And if you lose in school, that's it. You go to detention. You don't pass your grade. You get in trouble with your parents. You're mocked at or whatever. And that is exactly the main driving force of us wanting to be right.
Again, it's all conditioning, right? Mm-hmm. All of us. Yeah. All of us were born and we were children, and we've all been conditioned a certain way. So it's
products of our environment.
Yeah, and it's like religion for me. I was so conditioned. I remember I always felt guilty. There was this guilt.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I'm like, why do I feel guilty? I haven't done anything wrong. Because I remember I used to have to, I was going to a Catholic school where I had to go, do my, I already forgot what it's called, but when you have to go
confession.
To the confession. I'm like, what is an 8-year-old confessing for? What did I do that was wrong?
Yep.
It's
sí. Entonces la condición de uno quiere estar correcto y estar en lo cierto y en lo correcto. ¿Por qué? Porque nos han acondicionado desde chiquito que tienes que estudiar y agarrar la respuesta bien y estar correcta en la respuesta. Y si estás correcto en la respuesta, entonces te dan el buen grado, te pasan, eres eximido, eres celebrado. Por eso que uno como adulto siempre quiere tener la razón y estar bien y estar en lo correcto, porque ese viene desde chiquito, porque ahí es donde uno se siente ganador, donde se siente que ha logrado algo. ¿Por qué? Porque eso fue lo que aprendimos en el colegio. Eso lo acabo de leer en un libro y es increíble, pero cierto, que aunque el punto de vista de uno no sea el correcto, uno quiere ganar esa conversación o ganar ese punto por eso mismo, porque es esa condición que nos inculcaron desde chiquito,
Yep. So, tus papás aprenden de los papás de ellos aprenden de los papás de ellos.
Sistema.
So, es un ciclo que cada uno.
Uh-huh.
Yo siento, and I feel that in my, what was interesting on when I went into the forgiveness, and I'll share this, is I went on to my dad. I forgave my dad a very long time ago. And every single time I think of my dad, I forgive him every single time. Because one thing I understood is that he never had strong parents to teach him tools to live by. And I'm so glad that, my dad passed away when he's 50 and I'm 50. And I remember always thinking, I hope I get to 50. Because my dad had passed away from 50. And I always think of my dad as, I wish that he would have been able to get the tools that I have been able to give to be able to be a better husband, a better father, a better human being, because he was so stuck in his own pain. He was never able to get out of his pain, again, because his dad was in pain.
Right.
So that's what I was going into forgiveness and the gratefulness that because of my dad's mess, right? I said, I don't want to be that. I never want to grow up to be somebody who you could not depend on. And that he gave me a gift. And you made me think about that in the conversation that we were having last night.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
About that you are the person that you are today.
Because of everything I went through. Absolutely. Right? Yeah.
So,
it's our gift. Our mess is our message, and it's our gift. It's our blessing. Pammy says, it all depends on what version of the world you are coming from. What vision of the world? Why can't we all be right, especially if we are all geniuses for like the four of us are? Exactly.
she said it modestly. Well, that's right. You know, it's an interesting point you make, Pammy, is that one of the things that I learned when I was teaching at inner city schools back in the early 90s, I had to take a course, right? And part of the course is that they were teaching us how to teach children and that everybody learns in different ways, kinetically, visually, auditory. And it really opened my mind about that everybody has different talents, that everybody learns differently. And I had no idea. I had no idea that this was even a thing. And it really opened my mind at how everybody learns differently. And sometimes there are kids that are saying that they are deficient in one way, and they say your kid can't learn because he's deficient. And their teachers are teaching that don't know how to really correctly teach. They don't look for, this kid learns kinetically. Let's go teach this person kinetically. Oh, this person is more auditory. Let's teach. So nobody is really lacking anything. It's just people are not taking the time on how to teach this person.
Right.
And I'm very, very aware of that when we're teaching our acting students.
Exactly.
That everybody learns differently. And that doesn't mean that one person is less than the other person.
Exactly.
It's how, and I'm so glad that I learned that early.
Well, it's a blessing, right? I mean, that's where being aware of knowing that there's so much more to learn. It's an infinite universe, so there's always siempre hay algo que aprender.
And everybody has a genius in different ways.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Y Mauricio está diciendo que todo el mundo aprende en diferentes maneras. Visual, por oír, escribiendo. Entonces, así todos somos diferentes, no nadie es mejor que el otro, sino que todos somos diferentes y aprender a escucharnos y a saber cómo aprende el otro o cómo escucha el otro.
Y tener paciencia.
Tener esa
porque
compasión.
a veces estás enseñando y no está aprendiendo. Y dices, pero ¿por qué?
Caballo verde.
Tomar respirar y decir, ¿por qué es que no está aprendiendo? Déjame tratar por este lado.
Exactamente.
It's like, also it's taking a deep breath, learning to be patient and go, okay, why is this person not learning from me?
Yeah.
And don't take it personal and go, okay, let me try this way.
Exactly.
Try this way.
Exactly.
And,
why is it that my husband doesn't listen to me?
Yeah, why is it that my wife is always like fighting me on this?
¿Por qué mi esposo es tan testarudo?
Sí, ¿por qué Porque es que mi esposa
¿Cómo es que aprende él? ¿Cómo es que me escucha?
Porque es que mi esposa me quiere esposar.
Ay, Dios mío. Entonces, aprender a escucharse el uno al otro.
That's why I love this book. I love this book. I love boxes. I love building bigger better boxes.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Yep. Because we thought we were geniuses when we said, hey, here's my box. And look, this guy had written about those boxes a long time ago. And we always talk about our boxes of poo-poo as we thought about it. And guess what? There's no new ideas.
Exactly.
It's just there's different ways of telling that idea.
Exactly. All right.
Let's give them some 177.
Okay. The world class focuses on the why. The world class focuses on the why. Send the harmony of a great desire vibrating through every fiber of your being. Find a task that will call forth your faith, your courage, your perseverance, and your spirit of sacrifice. Keep your hands and your soul clean, and your conquering current will flow freely. Thomas Dyer, American author. World-class thinkers know that when it comes to manifesting their ultimate visions, the real question that must be answered is not the how-to, but the why. In other words, odds are that someone somewhere already knows how to do whatever the champion wants to do and can most likely be tapped as a mentor for assistance. The critical thinking question is why? Why do I want this vision to become reality? The intensity of emotion in which this question is answered will determine whether the dream comes alive or dies. If your house was burning down, would you risk your life to save the furniture? Probably not. But if your kids were trapped inside the house, would you risk your life trying to save them? Of course. The point is, we will do anything if the stakes are high enough, if we have a big enough reason why. World-class thinkers know this and capitalize on it, while middle-class thinkers are scaling back their goals and dreams because they don't know how to accomplish them. World-class thinkers are soul-searching for their emotional motivators. The salesperson who dreams of winning the company trip to Maui and being recognized on stage in front of his family and peers. The manager who envisions leading her team to record-breaking sales in order to prove to herself that she is as good as she knew she was, even though her stepfather told her that she would never amount to anything. Champions know the secret to world-class motivation lies in emotion. The great ones decide what they want, and more importantly, why they want it. They know all benefits come down to an emotion that we are trying to create through our goals and dreams. So they invest a lot of mental energy attempting to identify what emotion they are really after. Once they discover it, the fight to make their vision a reality is over before it begins. Obstacles and setbacks are no match for a visionary driven by raw emotion. Ordinary people are transformed into extraordinary performers who no longer recognize failure as an option. The power of emotional motivation is unmistakable, just only the champions invest the time to tap into it. Action steps for today. Make a commitment to clearly identify what is driving you to achieve your life's vision. The 5 most popular emotion motivators in our Mental Toughness University program are: number 1, religious spiritual beliefs; number 2, children, family; number 3, desire to prove oneself to oneself; number 4, desire to prove oneself to others; number 5, general recognition, validation. And those are the top 5 popular emotional motivators.
For me, it's always been, I've always been very clear, it's always been my family.
Me too.
Yep. You know, it's the one thing that they're my why, they're my reason, they're my everything. They're my why.
Yep.
You know? I thought as a kid it was always, I was always looking for validation, until one day I realized I need to learn how to give that to me.
To myself, right?
To myself.
So it's about family. I've always been driven to why did I come out to Cali? Why did I pursue my dream? Aside from me loving what I do, but I did it for my family so that I can provide for them, so that I can bring them together. That's always been my motivator as well. What about you guys? What has driven you?
I remember
definitely share it or look within and ask. Right?
I remember my mom wanted us to learn English when we came back from Colombia. Her dream for it was all of us to learn how to speak the language that we were born into, which was English, and for us to all go to the best universities. That was her why. And I remember all of us, we took that on.
Yep.
We took that
as
on.
Well
I wanted to make her proud that made a change and gave up her dreams, and for us, that was
exactly.
a driving force. You know?
My parents as well. They came to this country to give me and my brother a better future because they wanted us to speak English as well.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing, and you know, I actually thanked my mom right like 2 years ago when I brought them to Mexico, saying thank you so much for taking that leap of faith when you were just 19 years old, 20 years old with my dad, because otherwise I would be stuck in a dictatorship as well. And I wouldn't have had the resources or the know-how of you know, bringing the family somewhere else. I mean, I'm sure knowing me, we would have left, but just having been raised here, we had the tools and the resources to bring them.
Well, we were raised
Mexico,
in two beautiful countries. I mean,
yeah.
we got, I'd say, we always got the best of both worlds. You know.
So Pamela says, I'm definitely driven by family first, and you are part of that.
Ay, qué linda, Pami.
Gracias.
Gracias, Pami.
Pues aquí lo que uno se enfoca, el por qué uno hace lo que hace, es el por qué y las cosas, yo sé que para mi mamá es la familia también.
That's one of the reasons that I know that I fell in love with this beautiful human being. Because I hadn't met, up to then, I hadn't met a woman that put her children first and put her family first. I hadn't. And that's the truth. I mean, here, when you come to LA, you know, my world is actors and actresses. So most actresses here are, you know, unfortunately, they come here for the dream of Hollywood. So their mentality is somewhere else. And when I met her, it was like, wow, wait a minute. So your career is not first; it's your family. That was new to me. It really was. So it woke me up. It doesn't mean that you didn't want your dream.
Right.
It's that they were part of your dream.
Well,
but the reason that you were doing
they're my why.
Was because of them.
And, exactly. So it's being very, very clear.
Yeah. And the other day was clear on my little girl's birthday. Our little girls, the way you arranged that birthday party and you arranged all those cars to drive by and to make sure that her day was not forgotten and that she felt, you know, loved, and it was, you know.
Thank you. I got that acknowledgement, and I appreciate it. For me, your family. I forgot to tell you, I did my ancestry, and I am blood related to the two of you. I love it. Wait, there is more.
Where?
For me, your family are the people who you choose in your life. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know,
sometimes it doesn't have to be blood relation.
Absolutely. It's that spirit, you know, and you are family. You and Raul are, my gosh, you know, it's a beautiful family. You are our 11/11 quarantine biggest gift that we could have ever asked for, you know, this community.
Of like-minded individuals.
Yes, exactly. So
because my older brother thinks I'm crazy.
It's funny because our family, we're kind of like we're like the black sheeps of the
They're like,
family.
what? They're, you know, and I love him to pieces, but specifically my older brother, you know, he's stuck where he's stuck, and that's where he wants to be there.
He's got a little box.
You know, and I'm saying, listen.
Little box.
I say, come into my elevator. But it's okay. You gotta love people for who they are and what they are.
It's all good. That was a very special birthday.
I always tell him,
so special because you were here too.
I go, I love you. I love you no matter what.
All right, let's see. Any other comments before we say hasta mañana?
I think we're good. Wait, this is from our guest yesterday.
So cute. Just don't want to miss any comments because you know that is part of this awesome hour. Yes. Oh, you lost your place. Pues sí, entonces enfocarnos en lo que queremos, enfocarnos en las cosas que nos llenan el alma, enfocarnos en lo que no, el por qué hacemos las cosas. Y pues mañana nos vemos sábado, sexy sábado. Y ya saben, la semana que viene, empezando el jueves, vamos a estar haciendo un programa de Tony Robbins. Entonces solamente vamos a entrar a saludar rapidito, quizás 5 o 10 minutos, pero no vamos a tener el programa de una hora. El jueves, viernes y sábado de la semana que viene.
I'm excited.
Yes. I'm very excited too.
No, we have
no. Okay,
no.
Great. Bueno, with this, we
will see you mañana. We will see
you tomorrow.
Mañana.
And have a beautiful winning day, okay?
We love you.
Oh, wait, Patricia Santiago, yay, you're here. My drive was family. Now I'm lost in the middle of a midlife crisis. You know, my beautiful Patricia, we could definitely talk about that because for me, it's always been family. And one of the things that I wrote on what I want to accomplish in this Tony Robbins, which I invite you to take a look at and see if you want to go in there, is putting loving me first, loving me, because, right, the midlife thing, my midlife crisis, we're all in the same, age. We're figuring things out. But it's just about loving me also. Not so much putting me last anymore, but it's the motivator, but it doesn't mean that I can't have myself in there as well, So, because that's what drives me, that's what makes me happy when we're all together, right? So.
And 2 years ago, I actually reminded her.
Yes,
I go, it's got to be about you now. It's got to,
Well, he definitely has been that catalyst for me of it being okay to love me, to put me first. Because,
I made a shrine, by the way.
Because
she came home and I had put a bunch of her pictures and I just made a shrine.
So yes, love yourself right now.
Yeah,
the most important thing, Patty, right now is just love yourself, girl. Love yourself and don't feel guilty about it. Because we come from, that Catholic background and we want to be of service and I think what happens is that we misinterpret that. Being of service doesn't mean that you don't put yourself in that service.
Yeah, well, that's why that beautiful example that we always use, that I wish we had come up with it, but we didn't, is you got to put
your mask on first. Uno se tiene que poner su máscara primero.
First. You got to learn how to be with yourself first.
Yeah. Exacto. Pero eso es lo que nos pasa mucho, los que ponemos a nuestra familia, que es nuestra motivación. Uno se olvida de uno mismo y entonces uno sufre. Entonces es aprender a incluirse a uno mismo, quererse uno mismo primero, y no significa que no va a querer a la familia como siempre la ha querido o siempre la ha puesto como una prioridad. Pero uno tiene que ponerse uno mismo como prioridad, porque si no, entonces uno sufre mucho. Y eso es lo que Patricia estaba compartiendo. Y me relaciono completamente, yo sé que mi mamá también, y yo creo que nos pasa a muchísimas mamis, especialmente las madres latinas. That's what happens. Pero bueno, los queremos mucho. Keep going, love yourself, ámense, enfóquense en darse ese amor incondicional. That's it.
And if, Patricia, if you have never watched Agape Live, go check it out. It's Sundays.
Yes, but you can actually go to the website and you can see
all the actually, it's a spiritual center and it's pretty amazing.
You're welcome. I love you, girl, and I appreciate you. And bueno, we will see you tomorrow.
Ciao, ciao, amigos.